Those are our headlines. 자, 그러면 우리 헤드라인 하나씩 살펴보겠습니다. This is our first one. Ray.
The average year-over-year price of ramyeon in Korea grew at the fastest pace in 14 years last month, indicating a significant surge in food price inflation.
네. 지난달 라면의 물가 상승률이 글로벌 금융위기 시기 이후 14년 만에 최고치를 기록한 것으로 나타났습니다. So the price of ramen or the surge in the price, we're comparing it to a year earlier. Mm-hmm. Another way of saying this is the year-over-year price.
You can also say year-on-year. Yep. Sometimes you'll see that. Mm-hmm. It's just a way of, it's just comparing the 12-month period from where a price was at the start of the 12 months and at the end of the 12 months. So each month you'll see it, right? They'll be like, this is for May, then we'll see June's prices at the end of, in early July.
전년 대비라고 하는 경제 용어입니다. Year over year 또는 year on year라고 하고요.
Sometimes you see the short form on year. That's usually just in headlines and you never really see it in English articles, but you see it a lot in English Korean articles all the time, and it's kind of a pet peeve of mine, to be honest with you.
I see.
Because it's not the way native English speakers usually write it.
Well, economy aside, we could also use a variation of this to just talk about things that happen every year. So we could say year after year, year by year, and it looks similar, but of course it's not an economy term in that case. You could say year after year, we like to vacation in Gangwon-do,
sure.
Or year by year, my kids are getting taller and stronger and smarter, something like that. In that case, it just means 매해 or 해를 거듭해서 year after year나 year by year는 그냥 우리가 일상 대화에서 쓰는 거고요. But in economy news or just in finance and economy in general, 경제 용어로 year over year, year on year라고 하면은 전년 대비가 되겠습니다. Now, if it's any indication, we can see that food prices just keep going up, especially with ramyeon in this case. What's indicating or an indication? What's that?
Think about in your car when you're going to change lanes, you're going to make a turn, you hit that stick that makes the lights flash. That's an indicator.
A blinker.
It's called your indicator as well. So you're showing or you're signaling something.
그렇죠. 방향지시등이나 우리 깜빡이라고 하는 거 영어로 indicator 아니면 blinker라고 해요. 깜빡이에 되게 비슷한 해당되는 단어가 blinker입니다. 우리 눈도 깜빡이 때 blinking 한다고 하잖아요. 그래서 이 indication이라는 거는 보통 무언가의 암시나 조짐을 나타낼 때 if it's any indication 이렇게 말하면은 이게 무언가를 암시한다 이런 의미가 될 수도 있어요. Alright, so tell us more.
Well, so these statistics come from Statistics Korea. This data comes from Statistics Korea. So the price of ramyeon in May increased 13.1%. compared to May 2022 or from a year earlier.
And that's a huge jump, right?
That's a big jump, right? Yeah. It's actually the highest recorded since February 2009, and that was right during the global financial crisis. And the figure then was 14.3% for ramyeon.
Wow. 라면 같은 경우에는 이제 1년 전에 비해서, and we're looking at last month, right?
Yes.
And the year before.
Yes, because we don't
know this one.
We don't know this one yet.
그렇죠. 이제 지난달에 라면 물가 상승률을 보고 있는 건데요. 그게 전년 대비 13% 정도나 올랐다. 이게 2009년 이후 14년 만에 가장 많이 오른 겁니다. So it's a huge jump, as you said, and a huge increase. Other food products, or just other things in general, I mean, they are rising, but not as as much.
Some more.
Some more.
Some
Tell us
more.
About that.
So
yeah.
Right, we just sort of pointed out ramyeon, and ramyeon's the price jump has actually exceeded 10% for 8 straight months since October last year. So ramyeon keeps getting more expensive, but many other things have actually jumped in price. So from this report, the highest jam for some reason. Jam that you'd put on your toast actually jumped 35.5%.
Maybe because we have to import
that's what I was thinking.
And make the jam.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cheese is way up. Cheese just under 22%. Fish cakes almost 20%. Pizza over 12. Gimbap over 10. Kimchi just over 10. Hamburgers just over 10.
그래요.
So bread, 11 and a half.
이게 다 이제 food price inflation인데 음식의 물가 상승률이 되겠습니다. 정말 많이 올랐네요. 이것저것 다 보니까 뭐 라면이 헤드라인에 나와 있어서 그것만 봤을 때 라면이 8개월 연속 계속 가격이 오르고 있지만 그것만이 아닙니다. 우리가 뭐 늘상 먹는 것들이죠. As you said, things we eat on a daily basis.
Right,
Cheese
coffee.
and
Coffee's up
coffee
12%.
Oh.
I love coffee, I love gimbap, I love pizza, and all these things
So
are
that-
getting more and more expensive.
It's not cheap anymore. I mean, traditionally, when we think of eating ramyeon, we're just thinking, oh, something cheap and easy to buy and easy to eat. But not so much anymore. It's getting more and more expensive. We're thinking of around 4,000 or 5,000 won if you want to get a packet of 4 or 5 at the supermarket these days. And this is way more than what it used to be a couple of years ago.
Right, I love tamchi gimbap. That's one of my. I
me
eat
too.
that regularly.
Yeah.
And when I first came to Korea, it was 천오백원. Like
Uh-huh,
천원 for a regular gimbap,
Sure.
천오백원 if you wanted some chamchi.
Yeah,
Now
now-
places 4.5, 4,000 won
So
usually.
you can really feel that it's become more
Oh,
expensive.
absolutely, right.
Exactly. 자, 다시 한번 첫 번째 headline 제가 읽어보겠습니다. The average year-over-year price of ramyeon in Korea grew at the fastest pace in 14 years last month, indicating a significant surge in food price inflation. 다음으로 we're going to talk about these mobile platforms that we use here in Korea and something from overseas that might be outpacing that. Let's have a look.
Google's YouTube is gaining a strong foothold in Korea, with the number of its monthly active users catching up with the nation's dominant player Kakao, according to a new report.
구글의 유튜브가 국내 최대 메신저인 카카오톡의 월간 실사용자 수를 따라잡으면서 카카오톡의 국내 1위 입지가 크게 흔들리고 있다는 빅데이터 분석 결과가 나왔습니다. 자, 이거부터 좀 보고 싶은데요. 좀 입지가 흔들리고 있다라는 것과 상반되는 겁니다. 구글의 입지는 지금 굳히고 있는, 구글이 그런 입지를 굳히고 있는 모습이에요. Google is gaining a strong foothold.
Right, a strong position in the market. Usually, like foothold, you can think of when you're like rock climbing or mountain climbing, where you put your foot so you can keep moving up. So really, when you see foothold, it just means when they're gaining a strong foothold, it means they have a very strong position in the market.
Exactly.
If you might also see a company is looking to gain a foothold in a new market, so they're trying to enter that market and trying to establish some position so they can keep growing from there.
무언가 기반을 구축한다든지 아니면은 발판을 마련한다든지 할 때 쓰는 표현이기도 하고 여기서는 이제 카카오톡과 구글의 유튜브가 상반되는 내용으로 나오고 있죠. 물론 아직도 1위의 국내 최대 메신저가 카카오톡이기는 합니다만 2위인 유튜브가 지금 굉장히 빠르게 따라잡고 있다라는 겁니다. 월간 실사용자 수 면으로 봤을 때는. 그래서 구글이 이런 foothold, 발판, 기반, 입지 이런 것들을 굳히고 있다. 뭐 이런 느낌으로 보면 되겠고요. It's catching up very fast.
Yeah, it sure is. So if something catches up, or in this case it says it is catching up, so it's nearly reaching the same level. If it said it caught up, then it would mean it's at the same level. And it is, I got the numbers here, it is really, really close.
Very close. 네, catching up. 따라잡다. 라는 의미가 되고 있습니다. catch up 했으면 아니면 만약에 Google has caught up with 이렇게 했으면 구글이 따라잡았습니다. 인데요. 그건 아직은 아니고 it's catching up. 빠르게 따라잡고 있는 중입니다. Tell us more.
So we're talking about here MAUs, monthly active users. So in Korea, YouTube's MAUs reached 40.9 million in May. And that's compared with Kakao at 41.1 million. So it is really, really
Very
close.
close.
Right. Like it seems inevitable that YouTube's going to surpass Kakao because YouTube has already surpassed Naver, the country's biggest search engine.
그러니까 카카오톡의 실사용자 수, 그러니까 월간 실사용자 수를 MAU라고 하네요. Monthly Active Users의 약자입니다. 월간 실사용자 수가 카카오톡과 그 다음에 유튜브 같은 경우에 그 차이가요. 50만 명 정도밖에 되지는 않는다. 그러니까 상대적으로 전체 4천만 명 이상의 사용자가 있는데 월간 사용자 수. 그 4천만 명 그 카카오톡 was how many did you say? 40
Kakao, 41.1.
41.1.
And that's compared with 40.9
Okay, and Google, you said it's catching up.
Sorry?
What was the figure?
YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
YouTube.
Well, yeah, Google's YouTube.
Yes, 40.9.
40.9. 아, 그렇군요. 뭐 4,100, 뭐 4,100만, 4,100만 정도로 돼가지고 각각 굉장히 비슷한 수치를 보이고 있습니다. Maybe Google's YouTube will. I keep saying Google's YouTube, but
Yeah, it
YouTube.
sounds weird, but yeah, okay. It's true, though.
Yeah, the Korean headlines will keep saying Google YouTube,
Okay.
but we're talking about
No
YouTube
English speakers say that.
because
yeah.
it belongs to Google.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not really surprising, though, right? Like, little kids all watch YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
they don't care about TV. It's YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all of my friends' kids, they all want YouTube time. It's all about YouTube for them.
그렇죠. 네, 유튜브 정말 많은 분들이 주변에서 활용을 하고 사용을 하고 하는 거 뭐 쉽게 알 수 있는 건데 이 수치상으로 봤을 때도 그렇습니다. So the users of YouTube, who knows, might be number one in the next couple of months. You think so?
It seems inevitable. So it's already surpassed Naver, which is quite significant as well.
So this is Google search engine, right?
Sorry?
So
No, we're talking about YouTube. We're
Yeah.
talking about YouTube has already surpassed Naver for monthly active users. So Naver's monthly active users in May was 38.8 million. That's like the biggest search engine. So I'm assuming Naver still is bigger than Google when it comes to search engines, but focusing on YouTube is already surpassed it.
Right. 네이버보다도 지금 이제 앞서가고 있는 그런 유튜브다가 되겠습니다. All right, well, I'm going to read this one more time in English. Google's YouTube is gaining a strong foothold in Korea with the number of its monthly active users, or MAUs, catching up with the nation's dominant player Kakao, according to a new report. 잠시 쉬어가겠습니다. How some of the oil-producing countries around the world have decided to maybe cut production. Let's have a look.
Saudi Arabia has announced it will make a deep cut to its output in July on top of a broader OPEC Plus deal to limit supply into 2024 as the group seeks to boost flagging oil prices.
오펙 플러스의 최대 산유국인 사우디아라비아가 다음 달부터 원유 생산량을 추가 감산하겠다고 발표했으며 오펙 플러스 주요 산유국은 앞서 결정한 자발적 감산 기한을 2024년까지 연장한다고 밝혔습니다. 네, 두 가지 발표가 나왔습니다. 우리 시간으로 어제 이렇게 발표가 됐는데요. 현지 시간으로는 4일이었고. 자, 첫 번째는 뭐냐면은 사우디아라비아 같은 경우에는 감산을 더 하겠다. 원유 감산이죠. 그래서 추가 감산에 대한 얘기를 이렇게 표현하고 있습니다. Make a deep cut into its oil output.
That means it's going to significantly decrease its output. You make a cut to something, you want to cut weight, you want to
Yeah.
cut spending, you decrease it. And in this case, Saudi Arabia is actually going to decrease its output by 1 million barrels per day.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that in a short while. 그래서 여기서 cut라는 표현을 썼어요. 뭔가 줄인다라는 얘기죠. 근데 make a deep cut입니다. 그래서 많이 줄이겠다, 뭐 이런 표현을 쓰고 있는데 이게 결국은 원유의 추가 감산을 말하는 거고 여기서 뭐 그 output라는 게 그런 생산량이 되겠죠. 자, 그 이유 중에 하나는 they want to boost flagging oil prices.
If you boost something, you increase it. And flagging oil prices mean the prices are weak. They're declining. They want prices to be stronger. They want prices to be higher.
그렇죠.
So they're trying to increase prices.
네.
That's what they're doing. You decrease supply, you increase price.
사실 소비자 입장에서 볼 때는 지금 유가가 잠잠하거든요. 그러나 이 산유국들의 입장에서 봤을 때는 이게 너무 지금 침체됐다. 올려야 된다. 이런 입장이에요. 그래서 flagging이라는 게 뭔가 좀 내려가 있다. 이런 느낌이에요. Flagging oil prices로 boost, 올리고자 한다라는 의미가 되겠습니다. 자, 그래서 이게 이제 어제 나온 첫 번째 발표였고 또 하나의 발표는 오펙 플러스 주요 산유국들이 이미 몇 달 전에 추가 감산한다고 발표했는데 그 기한에 대한 얘기가 어제 나왔습니다. 2024년까지 연장하겠다라는 얘기를 했어요. Tell us more.
So they have said the Saudi's energy ministry said the country will cut output from 10 million barrels a day in May to 9 million barrels a day starting in July. This is the biggest reduction in years. This is on top of cuts that OPEC Plus has decided to extend. They decided to cut production by 2 million barrels a day last year. Then they made an additional another 1.66 million barrels a day in April. This was meant to end the end of the year, 2023. However, they've decided to extend those cuts until the end of 2024. Now, this Saudi cut is on top of that, and the energy minister called it the Saudi lollipop.
Lollipop. Why
Right.
lollipop?
He said we wanted to ice the cake. We wanted to add suspense. He said we don't want people to try to predict what we're doing. The market
Who
needs
said this is the
stabilization.
lollipop? Is this the Saudi Arabian side saying this?
Yeah,
Or
they're saying because OPEC Plus has extended these cuts, and now Saudi Arabia announces by themselves, and we're going to make additional cuts.
because they want oil prices to go up,
Right,
and this
they're
is
gonna
like icing on the cake.
Sweeten the deal, yeah. I thought it was funny, and I watched the interview. It's like, this is the Saudi lollipop.
사우디
lollipop.
막대 사탕,
Yeah.
사우디 럴리팝이다라고 사우디 측에서 이런 비유를 대면서 이제 추가 감산을 한다라는 얘기를 한 거죠. 사우디아라비아가 그러니까 이제 다른 그 오펙 플러스 멤버들과는 별도로 어떻게 보면 나홀로 뭐 추가 감산을 하겠다라는 건데 이게 이로 인해서 이게 유가를 올리는데 큰 도움이 될 수 있을 것이다. 이것은 금상첨화다 이런 느낌으로 icing on the cake. 근데 이제 사우디아라비아에서는 아이싱도 아니고 뭐 꽃도 아니고요. 럴리팝이라고 표현을 했네요. 막대사탕 같은 그런 아주 좋은 것을 우리가 딱 얹는 격이 되는 것이다. 이런 발표가 나왔다라고 합니다. 오펙 플러스 정례 회의에서 이런 얘기가 나온 것이고요. Of course, OPEC is led by Saudi Arabia, the biggest oil producing country in the world. And then OPEC Plus, we have Russia and
All
other
their
members
allies.
as well. Yeah. So altogether, OPEC Plus, as you said, they already said they were going to cut.
Extend these cuts.
But they had already said in April that they were going to cut the oil production. But this time around, the latest announcement is that they will extend it until the end of 2024. 그렇죠. 그래서 이번에 나온 발표는 이제 오펙 플러스가 추가 감산을 한다는 발표는 없습니다. 그거는 이미 발표를 했어요. 4월 달에. 그러나 그 기한에 대한 기한 연장 2024년 말까지다라는 얘기가 오펙 플러스에서 나왔고 그와는 별도로 사우디아라비아에서는 우리는 이제 앞서서 50만 배럴 추가 감산한다라고 했었지만 이제는 그것보다도 더 하루 100만 배럴 원유 생산을 더 줄이겠다. 다음 달부터 이렇게 발표를 했네요. This is going to affect oil prices across the globe, as we can imagine. I think already we're seeing some effect. 보니까 유가가 이제 소폭 급 반등했다. Already about 2%. Oil prices has gone up a little bit. So,
That's the idea, right?
Yeah,
so we'll have to see.
there we
See how
go.
this, and the Saudi cuts won't come through until July, but we'll start seeing that priced in soon, I imagine.
근데 발표가 나오자마자 유가가 2% 정도 급 반등을 하기는 했습니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. Saudi Arabia has announced it will make a deep cut to its output in July on top of a broader OPEC Plus deal to limit supply into 2024 as the group seeks to boost flagging oil prices. Let's move on.
An under construction 4-lane bridge over the Ganges River in Bihar state in India came crashing down on Sunday for the second time in a year, happening less than a week after the country's worst train accident in decades killed 288 people.
최근 288명의 사상자를 낸 인도 열차 참사에 이어 이번에는 인도 비하르주 겐지스강에 건설 중이던 4차선 대교의 일부가 무너져 내리는 사고가 발생했습니다. 네, 288명의 사망자입니다. 사상자는 그거보다 훨씬 많고요. 어제도 저희가 이 소식을 다뤘었죠. 근데 이번에는 다행히 사상자는 없다고는 합니다만 그래도 인도에서 한 다리가 갑자기 무너져 내리는 그런 사고가 있었습니다. 일부분이 무너져 내렸어요. So this was a bridge that was under construction. It's a 4-lane bridge.
That's right.
Tell us about what these expressions. What does that mean?
It's a bridge that's under construction.
Oh.
That's exactly what it
Okay,
exactly. I
okay.
think you just did the explanation for me.
Okay.
It's used under construction as an adjective.
공사 중이다라고 할 때 under construction이라고 하고요. 그다음에 4차선은 4lane이 되겠습니다.
If we want it under construction means it's being built. It's
Exactly.
not finished yet.
네, 그렇습니다. 근데 이 다리가요. 그 올 초에도 이렇게 교각이 여러 개 붕괴된 적이 있었습니다. 이번이 두 번째예요. 이 같은 다리만으로 봤을 때도. It's not the first time that this bridge has come crashing down.
No, this bridge
Happened
seems
earlier this year?
Right. Last year.
Oh, was it last year?
This bridge just seems kind of doomed to be honest with you. And if you've like I saw the video of it. There's video available if anyone wants to check it out. And you just see just part of the bridge. Some people thought it was an explosion. Some people thought it
of
had actually
course.
been blown up, and it really looks like it.
Yeah, exactly. 지난해 4월이었네요. 이 같은 다리가 공사 중에 교각이 몇 개 쓰러졌었는데 이번에 또 다시 이 똑같은 다리가 여전히 건설 중이에요. 그런데 교각이 일부 무너져 내렸습니다. 그래서 무너져 내리는 것을 come crashing down이라고 표현합니다. Tell us more.
Right. So this bridge, the other, it also part of it collapsed during a thunderstorm in April of last year. This bridge was meant to have been completed in 2019. That obviously still hasn't happened. It's a just over 3 kilometer long bridge. Construction began in 2024, but it seems as though it's just been rife with problems. The faulty design. They're saying maybe the materials used aren't up to the standards they should be. The Bihar chief minister, he acknowledged on Monday the bridge's faulty design, and he said that they will take action against the people who are found guilty of, perhaps not meeting some construction standards, not using the right material. Now they haven't said that anyone died in this yet, but I read one report said a guard working near the bridge had gone missing, and they were trying to locate him. How some other reports are now saying that several workers have gone missing.
I see. 대부분의 외신에서 사실 이제 there have been no casualties. 사상자가 아직까지는 보고되지 않고 있다라고 하지만 지금 실종된 사람들이 있군요. 여기서 일하고 있었던 분들 중에. 그래요. 사상자가 나오지 않길 바라겠습니다. Hope they are found as soon as possible. 다시 한번 읽어볼게요. An under construction 4-lane bridge over the Ganges River in Bihar State, India, came crashing down on Sunday for the second time in a year, happening in less than a week after the country's worst train accident in decades killed 288 people. 마지막 헤드라인 가보겠습니다.
A woman in the U.S. has allegedly created and married her perfect partner, a virtual AI companion made with the chatbot software Replica.
미국의 한 여성이 레플리카라는 챗봇 소프트웨어로 만든 완벽한 AI 가상 남성과 결혼을 했다고 밝혔습니다. Okay, so she's married her perfect partner.
Right, she hasn't really done this though. Like this
It's
is
a virtual marriage.
right. It's a virtual marriage.
Still,
It's not real. But if you say someone's your perfect partner, that means they are the perfect match for you. Sometimes we refer to that person as your soulmate.
Yep, an ideal partner. 우리 이상형이라고 얘기 많이 하는데 사실 외국에서는 이 이상형이라는 컨셉 자체가 그렇게 많이 얘기가 되지는 않아요. 오히려 soulmate라는 표현을 훨씬 더 많이 쓰는데 나랑 정말 딱 들어맞는 사람이라는 뜻이 되겠죠. 근데 비슷한 의미로 perfect partner. 그래서 미국의 한 여성이 완벽한 자신과 너무나 잘 맞는 그런 사람과 소위 결혼을 했다라고 얘기를 합니다. 지금 계속 저희가 이 토끼 표시하고 quotation 하는 이유는 진짜 결혼은 아니기 때문이에요. 가상 결혼입니다. 자, 그리고 가상 남성이고 this person is a virtual AI companion.
Right. So anyone's companion can be a friend. It can be your spouse. It can even be an animal. Sometimes people talk about pets being great companions because they're a friend. They keep you company.
That's the term we use in Korea. We say 반려동물, which means companion animal. Instead of a long time ago, we used to use a different word. 예전에는 이제 뭐 애완동물이라고 했었지만 그런 표현은 이제 쓰지 않죠. 반려동물이라고 하는데 the old term we used to use is more sort of like it's something I play with.
Okay.
It's kind of
like
a
almost
toy.
a toy.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost. It has that connotation.
Sure.
And you own it and that kind of thing. But these days, people refer to pets in Korea more like someone you live with for the rest of your life, and it's a companion.
Like a
basically.
family member.
Family member. Yeah, exactly. 그래요. 그런 이제 반려자가 companion입니다. Virtual AI Companion이니까 AI, 인공지능의 가상의 그런 반려자, 뭐 동반자가 되겠습니다. 어떻게 된 사연인지 좀 더 들어볼게요. Tell us more.
Well, this woman, her name is Rosanna Ramos. She's a mother of two, 36 years old, lives in New York. And she created this virtual husband called him Aaron. She spent $300 to build him, so
Okay.
it's not free. But
He's custom made, right?
yeah, he's custom made. Yeah, exactly. And I guess she really likes him because she said he, in addition to being very handsome and everything like that, the looks that she wants, he's got no baggage.
Yeah.
No exes, no in-laws. He's got no ego. He's got no other family members, no kids, no friends she has to deal with.
He listens to her unconditionally.
Yeah, right.
그러니까 일단 그 대화를 합니다. 우리가 챗GPT 같은 걸 생각하시면 되는데 그거보다 더 맞춤식으로 만든 AI 가상인물이에요. 그래서 정말 얘기를 너무나 잘 들어주고 또 이렇게 딱 내가 원하는 그런 반응도 해주고 다 물론 온라인 상이지만 그 다음에는 가상의 세계에서는 외모도 다 정할 수 있기 때문에 딱 정말 내가 원하는 그런 이상적인 외모 뭐 다 완벽한 거죠. 커스텀 메이드이다 보니까 그래서 직접 만든 그런 AI 남자친구 이젠 남편입니다. 그래서 가상의 세계에서 결혼을 했대요. So she's married online now. To this Aaron Carter.
Whatever that means. Yeah,
Yeah,
the article
yeah.
was really tongue-in-cheek. Like, I don't know, maybe the Korean article made it sound like she
funny.
actually got married. No, you can't actually marry an AI.
이것도 중요한 표현인 것 같아요. 레이 선생님이 지금 tongue-in-cheek라고 했어요. 그러니까 그 원문의 외신 기자를 보게 되면은 굉장히 우습게 기사를 작성했다는 거죠. 결혼했다고 하더라. 뭐 약간 이런 뭐 이렇게 대놓고 뭐 말이 안 된다고 하지는 않았지만 굉장히 익살스럽게 우습게 묘사를 했다라는 것이고 이제 레이 선생님이 저한테 물어본 게 한국어로 번역된 기사도 그런 이게 정말 좀 황당하다라는 느낌이 살아있냐라고 했는데요. 꼭 그렇진 않습니다. 한국 기사에는 그냥 미국에서 이런 일이 있습니다. 요런 정도로만 딱 보도가 되고 있어요. So the Korean articles actually make it a little more neutral sounding. They're just delivering what's happened in America. This woman has apparently married an AI
No,
man.
like when you read the English article, and
They're
like,
making
it
fun
was
of
from the
sort
New
of-
York Post too, which is not like
그러니까 그럼 좀 sarcastic하게 썼다는
kind
거죠?
of, yeah.
알겠습니다. 자, 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. A woman in the US has allegedly created and married her perfect partner, a virtual AI companion made with the chatbot software Replica. And that's it for our headline.